Indani anjitumin kaya Asia gikinwa ma gayang gidin wawinanan minawa gay gidijitawawinanan.
Bonjour, my name is Ginu Gijik. I am principal on special assignment for language and culture for the district. When I got to the kindergarten center, there was no language or culture in the hallways or on the bulletin boards, or very little in the classrooms. A lot has changed since then. The district has set a priority for integrating social emotional learning and language and culture into the core curriculum. All working hard together and coming up with great ideas on how to integrate language and culture throughout the district. And so we've combined all of our ideas and thoughts. Some of the changes have been on governing documents. The mission and the vision statement include language and culture very specifically. Policy changes in the 600 series to include language and culture, and an aggressive curriculum policy change 600 series is to have Ojibwe language for all elementary students every day. So the language instructor will push into the classroom where the teacher, classroom teacher, is a student as well. And then when the language instructor leaves, the teacher learns a little bit of language and reinforces it, what the students have learned, and they help each other learn language. And we have after school professional development for our language instructors. We want to create their language proficiency level and efficacy as instructors. We also have a cultural team with Serena and Sharon. And their job is to provide experiential learning activities, on-hands learning, for teachers to bring their students out and have kinesthetic, tactile learning. We've set our goal to have students graduate from 12th grade with basic conversational skills. And that's what's really making the change happen throughout the district, is the team. Everybody's respecting each other, helping each other, and as the superintendent says, constant, gentle pressure in that direction. And we're working together to help our kids so they can be proud of who they are. They can be confident in who they are, have a strong identity, strong roots, to stand strong and to succeed, to achieve in school.
Bonjour, Dustin Hinckley Indigenous Cause. Nimenwendam Ayayan Oma Numgum. Gawin Apije Ninata Ojibwe Mosin. Ningagwe Gekendan Anishinaabe Darwin. Nisquagana Wizaga Egon. Gekano Amada Wiganagon.
Bonjour, I'm Ginu Gijik, and this is the distance we've traveled in language culture in the last few years. Pretty exciting. Why do we want to integrate language and culture into the core curriculum? Well, it engages the kids because they can relate to what's being taught in the curriculum, the content and the topic, and it adds to their achievement. Their scores will go up. And also cognitive dexterity. By learning a second language, they can compare languages. And language is science, it's formulaic. So they're learning better processing skills and the critical thinking skills, because now that we have cultural content, we're talking about social justice and equity. It also social emotional learning. It develops their self-identity, their self-worth, and their self-pride in who they are as Anishinaabe. When they are emotionally strong, that helps them in their intellectual endeavors as well. Environment. And I believe that's Sharon.
Anin, Sharon Kingbird, Indigenous Cause. Our environment has been changing over the last few years, and it is amazing of all the things that I see throughout the district that is included in that, ranging from bulletin boards that you see in the hallway, word walls, signage, murals on the wall, hearing it from the teachers to their students in the hallway, seeing it in morning bulletins. I remember when I was first hired into the Red Lake School District, and I walked down the kindergarten center hallway, and I couldn't tell the difference from the school district that I had just previously left to the one that I was walking down 18 years ago. I couldn't tell that it was a school that was filled with little Anishinaabe children, because the lack of the signage that was there, the lack of the Red Lake Nation flag, um, the pictures of other Anishinaabe children in the hallway. I didn't hear the language. The only language that I heard was the language that was being taught in the Ojibwe language and culture rooms. And that has changed. And that's all due to the teachers stepping up and incorporating the culture and the language into their curriculum. And now I'm going to move into curriculum. In this area, we are not only recognizing the importance of integrating the rich Red Lake Ojibwe culture and Ojibwe Moin, but we are celebrating it. Our students need to learn about themselves, and this will help them in their life, and you will be planting seeds. We have cultural experiential learning. We're in the process of creating that hands-on learning stations, lesson or unit plan template items like cultural connections. We have teachers that are using the language and culture in content area. These are all the ways that we are progressing forward. These are the ways that you classroom teachers are progressing and incorporating the language and the culture into your curriculum, into the existing curriculum that we have, such as incorporating the 7 grandfather teachings into your morning meetings, into your units. There are other curriculums that we are developing. It's the puberty curriculum that will be in the elementary school. We've been working on the scope and sequence for the Ojibwe language teachers. And that in itself is huge. We've never had that before. And I don't believe that there's any school within the state of Minnesota that does have it. So we are the first, we are the leaders here. And I feel that we are the leaders also incorporating the language and the culture into the curriculum. And with the help of everybody here, we are in the forefront. And that to me is something that you can be proud of, because you were from the very start. And all I can say is miigwech for doing that.
Policy, my turn. Here we go. So one of the things that we were thinking about is usually when leadership changes, the vision goes with them. And what are we going to do if we're not here 10 years down the road, 5 years, what have you? And so we want it written in stone, this vision. And it was really nice because our latest round of mission and vision revision, we language and culture has always been at the forefront, but this is like one of the first times it's actually been articulated in the document. So it's nice to have the staff and the people that are worked on mission vision to include that. And so right off the bat, our vision of our school and mission is to include language and culture. yeah, as a priority. And one of the things we did with the curriculum policy is we're saying in 2025, all kids K through 5 are going to have Ojibwe every day, push-ins. And if you look at policy 600 series, you'll see that wording. And all we need now is they're going to be push-in teachers, not where you go drop them off in the Ojibwe classroom and come pick them up after your prep. The teacher is going to go into the classroom, the language teacher, and the classroom teacher stays as a student, and they learn together. And then when the language teacher leaves, the teacher reinforces that learned language with the students and in the hallways, etc. We are our strategic plan, world's best workforce. We have three primary goals in our vision, and one is academics, as always, and social emotional learning, very important for success, and language and culture, that ties into academic success and social emotional learning. We have our agenda templates on ILT, SLT, PLTs. They all have a cultural uh, agenda item on the template. So if you don't have it on there, it should be on there. Almost all of the agendas have them as template items, and in the TD&E, it's language and culture is incorporated in there now, thanks to the TD&E team. You guys are awesome. Everything that's happening here is because of all of us as a team, as a staff. The ideas are coming from team members, and the programming and getting it all aligned together is through everybody's energy and effort. So, miigwech, I applaud all of you. And what else do we got going on? Working with Center of Excellence to make sure that we're keeping our agenda moving, our workload working, moving, and we have Serena was our taskmaster. She's keeping us right on point. Keep working. You're supposed to do this. Did you get this done? Yeah, we got it done. So, anyways, we're cruising, and what we want to do is. By the time they end of 12th grade, our kids can have conversations in Ojibwe, basic conversations. And we want culture in the core curriculum, which means math, science, reading, and writing. Okay, professional development.
Hey everybody, my name is Serena Graves. I actually graduated from Red Lake High School in 2012. So I've been able to kind of see the transition in the last, I would say 8 years, that has integrated way more language and culture into the atmosphere here at the Red Lake School District. Is we've been working to have professional development district wide for language and culture. We noticed that we have far more teachers recently asking about language and culture questions. We notice a lot of them are sharing amongst each other and having those discussions about how do we integrate more culture and language. And now we do have an Ojibwe language PLT where all of our Ojibwe language teachers meet once a month. And that is a really huge thing because it's dedicated time for all of our language instructors to meet, collaborate ideas, and for us, Sharon and Gnu and I, to have the opportunity to meet with our instructors, see where they're at, what they're feeling, what we can help them with, and then show what we've been working on together. And then we also have the language professional development for our cohort teachers. It's something they've been doing up until recently for most of the school year so far. And we also have that for the language instructors. And so that is GNU teaching every Monday night for about an hour. We work on a lot of conjunctions and just a lot of stuff that ups our proficiency as language learners here at the Red Lake School District. So really great language initiatives, culture initiatives, and everybody's really working together and working hard to kind of collaborate and get to the end goal of getting our kids having that language and culture aspect here. So, and then the resources, we have the district website is an incredible resource to use. GNU has been the leader on that, and he has put a lot of time into it, and it's a really easy and accessible website for all of our teachers and faculty. We do have a cultural video library, and a lot of that is what Sharon and I have been working on as far as the cultural content we've been producing. So that's an easy access for you guys to grab the material and plug it into however you see fit in your lesson plans. And then we have our culture staff, the three of us, kind of what Sharon was saying about the scope and sequence. That is one of the that we've been doing together this school year while we've had the time in distance learning. And what that is able to do is to mainstream the way we are teaching Ojibwe language here at the school district. And between the three of us, that's something that's never been done before, with having that dedicated staff to get this narrative pushed of language has its importance here. GNU and one of our speakers, Arnold Kingbird, have been working on bilingual children's books. And that is a really big initiative. And then GNU has also been working on language lessons with Harvey Jordan, and he is a first language speaker from Lac La Croix, Ontario. And they have been producing more so TPR lessons to be able to have that for everyday Ojibwe learning. And it's a really great tool. And then we have our elders program, Elder for each school. Obviously, due to COVID, that hasn't been happening. But once we return to full mode where everything is safe again, we will have an elder in each school. So it's kind of a recap of our resources and our professional development.
Well, we want to thank all of you for your time here and all of the hard work that you do. With this is definitely a team effort. Ideas and work and programming and planning is developed by all of us as a team at all levels. So thank you very much for this here program. We will make this video available to everybody some way or another. But again, the reason why we're doing all of this is for student achievement, student social emotional development, and to increase their intellectual skills. And that's all been researched and proven to be effective. And we that's who we are. We are Red Lake School District number 38. All of us as a team. Miigwech.